everybody, and welcome back to a new season of Conquest on our channel. I'm your host, SMGFrenzy, and I'm here with your awesome co-host.
Assassin. We're back with season 2. It's good to be back. I've been wanting to. I just feel like this is like something I've been wanting for a while.
Mhm.
Get to that we're starting recording it again. So yeah, excited to be back. Can't wait to start talking about esports as we. Some seasons are coming to a close to the end. Some games are starting to get to release, but we'll talk about it in this podcast.
Yeah, and
Be sure to
before we
tune in.
get farther into the episode, we just wanted to say, first off, thank you for the response to our season 1. I keep telling Angel this, I'm surprised at how much people are enjoying it. So I
Um,
really have to say thank you.
Yeah, I've been keeping track of the viewership and the of the of the of the videos we've been uploading. The last two videos that we uploaded that weren't podcasts
Mhm.
actually did pretty good. So we're grateful for that. Thank y'all for watching something that isn't this. We appreciate it. Um, I did make a promise that we had to record part two of the Five Nights at Freddy's. So
Yep.
expect that video sometime later on. And happy October 1st. We are at the start of the new month when we're recording this.
Hmm.
So whenever you're watching this, know this is 1st of October for us.
Yep.
Yeah, but thank y'all again, like I said, for the love from on the recent videos that we uploaded that haven't been the podcast. So we appreciate it. Thank y'all. And, yeah.
Yeah, and as usual, we're going to start off with our first section, which is esports and gaming. We're going to hit you guys with a big one right off the bat. If you follow anything about League of Legends, we just had the Asian Games happen, which is like an Olympics sanctioned event in Asia that features all Asian countries, and they participate like in soccer and cricket, you know, a bunch of
Football,
sports. Yeah,
football.
football. There is,
You
yeah,
gotta be
football.
correct too.
Yeah. And
Um,
League was a gold medal event this time. And like many League fans, we were cheering for Korea because our GOAT, Faker, was, if he gets a gold medal, he's exempted from his mandatory community slash military service in Korea. And little did we see, they won. They defeated their opponent, Team Taiwan, 2-0. And Faker now has a gold medal and doesn't have to go off anymore. He can continue his career as long as he wants without any pauses.
yeah. As most of y'all, I don't know if y'all weren't able to watch it because it was on the other side of the world and the time zones were off and
Yep.
the Olympics blocked off video.
Yeah, it's a bit
I guess
difficult.
yeah, to watch it. So, but yeah, we got most of the news from Twitter and also Mokhtar was able to watch it somehow uh,
I
from
find my ways.
sources. But yeah, congrats to the. Oh my God, I was about to say T1, but
I can't hear you. What happened?
hello, are we good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What the fuck? I just pushed it up and I was okay. Anyways, yeah, whatever. What did I stop at? What did you hear?
You said you were about to say T1 and then that was it.
Okay, I thought I was gonna say T1 because it was majority of T1 team on there.
Hmm.
But as you said, Korea
Yep.
won gold.
Yep.
Those players are now exempt from military service because they have brought a gold medal back to their country,
Hmm.
and because of that prestigious thing, the country pardons them for that service. Yeah,
Yep.
so congrats to them, and then congrats to mainly esports in general for having them get into the Olympics. So
Yep.
it was a big win on the esports side too. So good
Oh,
to
yep.
see that we are now getting into parts of the world where we're now being involved into the Olympics. So that's a big win for the esports scene. So happy for
Exactly.
that.
And also for Faker, it's another addition to his career with his 3 world championships, 2 MSIs, multiple regional final wins, IM win, and now an Olympic gold medal, essentially.
when you
Like,
look up the GOAT of esports, he has to be like there's at this point he's won all no one's got is close to him at this point. I mean I think what was like bothering him the most is the military service and like not knowing how long he had left and then given this opportunity he had,
hmm
he went with it and he went all out on it.
hmm
And I'm guessing now he's happy and now he can focus on continuing on his career without a pause or not knowing if he's going to come back. Now he can now have his mind focused. He said he's feeling a lot better from his injury.
hmm
If you didn't know he was injured, he was missing a lot throughout the year. But he said he feels better. I mean, he's starting to feel better. Now the teams are now prepping for Worlds, which should be coming up soon.
yeah, really soon, yeah.
Maybe what 2 weeks, a week.
It's like a week because the world's this year's world song comes out 2 days from when we're recording on Tuesday, and then world starts 1 week after that. So yeah, just a week.
So yeah, obviously they didn't have much time to celebrate. They have to go back, practice with the teams, get ready
Yep.
for the biggest event of the year for them. So yeah, congrats, like I said, to them, and congrats to the esports team and all the other teams that participated in the Olympics.
No, yeah, congrats to all the teams, and of course, congrats to Team Korea for winning the Asian Games League of Legends tournament. Now on to another tournament that, when we're recording this, ended 6 minutes ago. Overwatch League had their championship, and it was the
Final championship
yeah. It's apparently this is their last one since the news we've covered about the league.
a couple months ago, a
Yeah,
month
about
ago.
to disband largely for the most part. I think it was like 2 months ago. Yeah, when it first broke.
But-
But we had
So
the Houston Outlaws versus the Florida Mayhem, and Florida swept Houston 4-0. Wasn't close. They were favorites to win. Congrats to Florida for winning potentially the final Overwatch League event ever. With the season ending with Overwatch, we don't know where Overwatch Esports is going to go going forward. If they're going to try another franchise league, if they're going to try to revert back to what they had beforehand, where it's like a Halo Esports type of system where teams partner, come in and out whenever they please. It's a very tumultuous time for Overwatch, but they just had their big hurrah, and Florida is still on stage right now cheering.
yeah, yeah. So it's crazy how much how much developed within the last
Oh
2 months.
no.
What?
Wait, okay. Let me check something real quick.
What? Did you not
Everybody.
record?
No. Okay. So it's not recording, but it's streaming. Let me just make sure the stream is. Okay, the stream is good. I knew I clicked the button. I just wasn't sure which one. Because I look to my right and I see the recording button says start recording. I was like, oh no. But I see it says stop streaming. So, okay, the stream is. We're good. We're good.
Oh my god, the biggest oof.
What a way
Wow,
to start season
first
2.
episode back. Wow, first episode back. This what happened.
Hey, man, we're rusty. It's been a while. But, yeah,
Only been
congrats.
a month.
For those watching live, hi. I didn't even realize you were here. But yeah, congrats to the Florida Florida Mayhem,
Oh shit!
Florida Mayhem for winning the Overwatch League championship finals, and we'll watch and see what happens to Overwatch and Overwatch League as time goes on.
I would love to have Overwatch still be an esport, so
Yep.
I hope they find some way to like keep that esport alive. It's a thing that is just ending like that without like not knowing what's next.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, it's congrats to them. Um, it's sad that we lose another esport. Who knows where it's gonna go?
yeah.
Hopefully, some other league wants to like take over it. Like you said, I hope for the Halo type of format
Yeah.
for tournaments. I think that's like the best format that's been around for years. COD had it; it was successful, but then franchise
It
changed all of
depends on
it.
how you do
So,
franchising, I think, because like league franchising for the most part works. Like the non-franchise leagues also work. It all depends on how you manage it. Like you saw, remember what, like when Halo was on its downturn, you had teams leaving and not joining. Like that, if they were franchised, you would have a whole different scenario there, I suppose. But
Mm.
Overwatch's biggest issue is that they went full NFL style franchising, which wasn't going to work with esports in 2017.
Oh,
You know.
that's what I have a problem with. Like these esports, I get you're trying to prove a point and make a statement that you are a part of the sports world, but stuff like this doesn't work in that type of like atmosphere.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep it like the same and let it rock because it hasn't been an issue and has worked this whole time. Um, just keep it the same. It's just because it's y'all want it to prove the point that it's a sport. Don't treat it like one. You could do the press, the social medias like the real sports do it,
Yeah.
but like the you can't have these esports players doing traveling, practicing. Like it's just not it. It's not gonna work.
No, not at all.
Um, it's different. It just depends on how they do it. Obviously, League is like the best example of franchising.
Yeah.
Um, they have a lot more um, support around it, so
Hmm.
it has to be done properly.
Yeah, that's the only issue.
That's how it is.
We just
Yeah.
gotta wait and see whatever ends up happening to the Overwatch League. But this segues into the other league that is associated with Overwatch League, Call of Duty League. You sent me an image about Rostermania that the CDL themselves posted. You want to dive into that like a little bit more deeper?
Yeah, a bunch of teams have started announcing rosters. Let's see. I think only three teams haven't announced it, and it's kind of like the teams that are struggling financially, or four teams.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle, they're fine. They just have to announce the roster. They have a roster. I just don't know what it is. Um, Vegas, um, obviously the London Royal Ravens just rebranded to Carolina
Yes,
Ravens.
Carolina Royal Ravens, which makes no sense, but
Um,
okay.
and then LAG, obviously, the guard. Um, they got rid of everybody, and then
Mm-hmm.
who knows who knows if they even have a team? Will they have a team this year? Who knows?
No, no.
But obviously, from what it sounds, there's only three teams don't have no confirmed rosters, but four teams haven't announced a team. So
Mm-hmm.
Seattle have a roster, they just haven't announced it, and the other three no one knows. And these are the teams that are struggling the most financially.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it looks like they don't have nobody. So they're trying to pick up whatever they can with minimum money.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it's crazy. We're almost a month out from the game COD coming out, the new COD,
Mm-hmm.
and no confirmed on if the first major of the season is going to be in DreamHack Atlanta
Yeah.
in December. So there's no confirmation yet. Um, there was speculation and rumors, maybe like a month ago about it, and now it's like they're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the CDL rosters are starting to get put in place before the season.
Yeah.
I think people want to get their teams ready before the year starts, before the game comes out, just so they have something to start practicing with the teams. Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, we have a CDL coming. This CDL will have their year, because since CDL and Overwatch are tied, there's no speculations about the CDL shutting down.
Yeah.
Just Overwatch. So it looks like they're gonna fully commit to COD right now until like further news,
Mm-hmm.
and then this whole Twitch and YouTube deal with CDL going back to YouTube
Again.
for the main. We don't. It's just a bunch of stuff that's happened throughout the month. Like it's just speculations, rumors, no like confirmed stuff yet.
Yeah.
It's rumors, so nothing much from the COD side right now.
Okay.
Just waiting on the new game for more info, and that's all.
I do want to go back to one point that you brought up about some teams trying to spend as little money as possible on players. For those who follow esports a bit more than the average fan, you might have heard of the term esports winter. Um, it's a thing that will be affecting all esports as all seasons for competitive games come to an end, where the fact that contracts have inflated in most franchised and non-franchised esports to a point where orgs are struggling to finance themselves just to buy one player, you're going to see orgs leaving these sanctioned esports events. Like in Overwatch, you had the Chengdu Hunters pull out from the Overwatch League mid-season because they just didn't have any money. In
Yeah,
Apex, or
TSM was
TSM in
another
League,
big thing.
yeah.
TSM, like if you think of TSM, you think of League.
Mhm.
Like they just, it's just crazy to think they just pulled out and then they're leaving Apex too.
Not just them, like 5, 6 NRG just left Apex yesterday as we were recording. It's like multiple massive orgs are leaving massive esports titles. And we're gonna see player contracts across the board, no matter your status, decline unless you're like one of those orgs that really can and are financially stable, like a T1 or a Team Liquid, versus an org that's not as financially stable anymore, like a FaZe, like a TSM, especially like with their FTX fallout. It's a pretty brutal time for esports. We're gonna see orgs shutter. We're gonna see orgs leave. We might see some players leave because of lower contracts. It's gonna be an interesting transition to the next season for many of these esports titles. And COD's gonna
Just
be like the
know
first showcase because it comes back in. You said like what, December?
maybe
Maybe, okay.
not early January.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, most of these players aren't gonna get paid what they're worth. Due to the winter thing you were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna frustrate a lot of players, but some will like understand, some won't, and they'll try to find a place where they could get what their value's worth. But it could cause the org in the long run a lot of money, lose a bunch of their sponsors because they don't have ways to like maintain their org.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they can't get into esports because they have to maintain this player's contract.
Yep.
Um, I mean, you're gonna see a lot of players just start announcing their free agents or they're team no longer part of the team representing the esport they're playing in.
Yep.
Which we, as you can see, a lot has started happening literally since the Apex the finals.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teams have just been leaving big esports. Like I said, TSM leaving league was like the big one.
Massive. That was a shocker on the whole scene.
But like, who knows if it's because of the monies aspect or some are saying that the league isn't like don't care about them. They just don't want to be a part of something that where they don't feel appreciated. We don't know. But like obviously the money aspect and their funding is the main thing.
Yep.
So we'll see where this starts developing more and more
Yep.
throughout because we'll see more towards maybe after the holidays.
We should
Because
see
they're
a
about to
lot happening towards November, December. That's when things are really gonna start revealing themselves.
yeah, and you'd be surprised a bunch of new orgs would pick up where old orgs. So
Mm-hmm.
um, just the orgs that are know how to do everything financially proper. Um, obviously, what was the what was it? Optic, they're okay. They're doing fine here and there. They're trying to get into Val again.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I mean, like he said, we'll just figure it out when stories and stuff start develop more towards the month, maybe in a couple weeks even.
Yep.
So just be on the lookout throughout socials.
Alright, we just gotta wait and see. But furthermore, on esports topics, we have the Halo World Championship starting up in, I think, exactly 2 weeks. The schedule was released, I think, just yesterday by Halo, and currently, I guess the front runners for this whole event are obviously you have Optic, which have been consistent throughout the whole year, but you also have two other organizations that could throw a wrench in
You
Optic's
wouldn't.
plans.
Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised if these other two teams won. Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised. I
Mm.
mean, if it happens, it happens. But
It should be a fun
uh,
event. It's nice. Halo World Championship season is always a nice time.
yeah, especially the drops.
Yeah, you do get some nice free
That's
drops.
where a majority of the viewership goes, but they do have good viewership even after people get the drops.
Mhm.
I'm excited. I can't wait to actually. I'm gonna be watching it.
Yeah,
I want to see how. I mean, because of how little events there were for this game that weren't online.
yeah.
You're kind of excited because you want to see who's really who's really gonna like show out. For the final one of the year.
Hmm.
And then I'm pretty sure they'll announce the roadmap again. Or will they announce it later? No,
They
they announced
usually
it
announce
last
the
year.
season right after. Yeah, like we'll be
So
back for season 3 starting on this day, and expect the roadmap to come out on this day. And they'll also announce like either a new map or something related to the new season for the game at the same time.
that's crazy. They announced Pit last year during Worlds, and it only
Oh
came
yeah,
out a couple months ago.
yeah, yeah. Same with Plaza though too. Remember it got like announced and it came out really recently.
That got announced when the game first launched. It was supposed to come out at least a year within the game, and it came out literally a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're
Yep.
not here to bash it. Just know that we'll be watching the Halo World Championship and um rooting for the teams.
Yep.
To see just to see some good Halos. Halo's been really good. Especially with the game. Uh, up, Updates have made the game really smooth and a lot more playable.
Yep.
So we'll see a lot more better versions of. Jeez, a lot better movement, gunfights, and cleaner. I guess cleaner fights and maybe some crazy upsets. So
It should be fun.
I like watching Halo during the time, so
Yeah.
can't wait.
It should be a very fun event in just 2 weeks. For game related stuff, we have Counter Strike 2 came out in the past week. It was one of the most anticipated releases for a game, I think, of our modern era. And it happened during the middle of a CS:GO esports tournament, and the CS:GO servers were shut down while the tournament was running, and they had to delay and reschedule everything.
Yeah,
It's wild.
it, I mean, if you think about it, CS:GO 2 didn't really need to come out. I mean, people were still playing it.
Yep.
I just think they just were ready to refresh and revamp, add more details, and make the game more live. What?
Come closer to your mic.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, I think they just wanted to refresh and reskin the game. It looks more bright and more less dull. From what I've been watching.
Yep. And also,
Yeah.
like you have like interactions where like the smokes in the game work like smokes in real life.
They made the game pretty detailed and pretty good. Realistically.
Hmm.
Um, from, Not surprised, the case openings are a big thing. It's always been a big thing in CS.
Yep.
People do make money off a lot, so because of how rare some of the items are.
Yep.
These aren't items that change the game. It's just how rare the item is. So you could it's like a cool, I guess, variant of the weapon. But some of them are stupid rare, and people do make profit off of them.
Thousands of dollars sometimes.
I was just hearing a streamer talk about that he paid 500 for a knife
Oof.
and then 600 for the other one. So I mean, there's hefty money on it.
Hmm.
But people could make some money off of just in-game items because of how rare they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
CS:GO 2 just came out not that long ago. It's propping a lot of streamers are playing it on Twitch right now and other websites that I don't know. Kick, YouTube, TikTok,
Streaming
stuff like
websites
that.
that they're just streaming it on anywhere that you
Streaming
can stream.
services.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it's doing pretty good. And it looks really nice and clean and more bright. So
Yeah.
colorful.
It should be fun. Make sure to jump into CS2. Remember, it's not CS:GO 2, it's just Counter Strike 2. So
And if you don't play it and but you like to watch it, go ahead. I mean, the game is very refreshing. It feels like it's the same game, but it feels like a whole new like a new. It's a new game. It's a new game, obviously, right?
yeah,
But it's the same game. It's just revamped, refurbished, recolored,
yeah.
more detailed than So
If you're a Halo fan, think about like Halo 2, then you have Halo 2 Anniversary. Same game, but looks completely different.
exactly.
Or
It's
Overwatch
just
fan, Overwatch 2. Same thing.
yeah. So it's like that. But it look from I've been watching a lot of streams on it. It looks good. The game looks really nice and clean. Especially how the smoke mechanics work. The more things they added into the game, where like how people like to line up nades and stuns.
Hmm.
Well, they have a practice mode where if you aim a nade at a spot, it'll give you a second camera on the bottom left to see where it would bounce and
Hmm.
where it will land. So
Mm.
people are gonna be putting more time into that aspect of the game too.
Oh yeah.
So people are gonna learn new ways to like throw smokes, throw nades, so making the game another way to play it and another skill gap you could say
Oh yeah.
in the game. So yeah,
No,
sad for
it'll be
that.
fun. It'll be
What
fun.
else? What else? What's next? What
What
other
else?
game?
We have our last esports gaming topic, which is Epic Games laid off a good chunk of their staff, including the team that oversees Fall Guys, which I found to be interesting. I know
Oh, I
Fall
sent you that, right?
Guys. Huh? What happened?
I sent you that, right?
Yeah, yeah. Fall Guys was one of the most popular games during the pandemic period and a little bit right after, but it did drop off pretty quickly, kind of like Among Us. You still
Mm.
have a dedicated base that comes in and plays it. It is very much a you have to play it with your friends if you want to have fun. But I'm surprised that most of its, if not all of its staff, got let go. I wonder what this means for the future of Fall Guys, if they plan to still have it as a live service type game or just let it slowly fade off into the ether or whatnot.
Yeah, I was a little bit shocked. I mean, I'm not. It's weird because the game blew up and then it died off within the same week. And then it like got back to life, and then it's been at a, a steady a, what is it called?
A slow
Slight
decline.
slow decline.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm surprised about the news. The game. It seems like a lot of people still play it.
Mhm.
Not like the big streamers, obviously, but a lot of people do play it.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. It means either one or two things. It's either gonna get bought up by somebody, or they just don't have a reason for it, and they just want to get rid of it and let it just decline off on its own.
Yeah.
Um, so who knows what we have in the future for it? Who knows if it's gonna still be a thing in any time in a couple months or any news about it? As of right now, we don't have anything, but and all the staff from Fall Guys is just laid off. Um, so we have clue, no clue. It's it's in the air right now. Like I said, we'll probably start developing more stuff throughout the coming weeks. So about it. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's
It's still a
sad. Hopefully,
developing situation, so we just have to wait and see what more news comes out about Fall
I
Guys'
really,
future.
I, I really hope it doesn't die down because it's not like a game where it's not like popular, but it's not like a game no one's playing because it's a
Hmm.
lot of people still play it, and we'll play it here and there. Like it's random, but we'll play it. I mean, it's still fun. I mean, I have my fun share
Yeah.
of it. So it's sad. Hopefully they're doing something with it. Hopefully it's just not like they're just trying to get rid of it and not care about it.
Hmm.
But like we said, we don't know. We'll figure it out in the coming weeks or
Yeah,
whatnot.
exactly.
Um,
Now
yeah.
we
Actually, wait. Before
go
we
for
go
it.
into the general, we
Yeah.
have two things more in the gaming
Okay.
aspect. As you know, Payday 3 came out recently.
Hmm.
And it started off really bad. As you could tell, day one launch unplayable servers. think it went like 3-4 days without being able to play and load into a match.
Oh, jeez.
Um,
Okay.
for me, it felt like I was just on Twitter going through their socials, and I've been getting the same BS saying that they're fixing the servers, they're trying to make it stable, that they fixed it, and then they stopped working. They shut down the servers. The main issue that people had with it was it didn't include offline play,
Mhm.
which was a big shock. If it included offline play, it wouldn't be a big like I guess where's launch because it didn't go well. Not many people were playing the game off rip.
Yep.
Um, the reason why is because they would say that it was working, and a bunch of people will overload the servers, crash them. They will fix it, and because so many people weren't playing it, they would say they fixed it, and then everyone would load back in and then crash it again.
Hmm.
So it was like that for like 3 to 4 days. I think it started working on the fourth day, like towards the afternoon.
It kind
I
of
played
sounds
it.
like they shouldn't have launched the game right now.
It's up there with the worst game launch behind what game had the worst launch?
I would say probably
And
Cyberpunk and
yeah,
MCC.
Cyberpunk.
Those two games had. Ooh.
No, no, but it wasn't as bad as Cyberpunk.
What
Cyberpunk.
do
uh,
MCC? You legit couldn't play it for like a month
Okay,
straight.
okay, but the difference is Cyberpunk got announced in 2013,
It
came out
was
in what year? In 2020,
it was 2021. It
2020.
was late. It was super late.
So it got announced almost 8 years, almost at the time when the game got released. Got announced 8 years ago,
Was
and the
delayed multiple
game
times.
delayed multiple times, and the game still didn't work. So
The
like,
the most recent Cyberpunk update has made the game basically how it should have been during launch, which is insane to say all these years after the
the
game has
guy who
released.
plays the guy Reeves plays and it looks like him now. Like it looks realistic. It looks like his actual build.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. It was pretty bad. I played it recently. The thing is, the game like is not bad graphics wise or anything. Like the game runs smooth. It's great. It's a great game. It's just the launch of it was just terrible.
Hmm.
It is because it was free to play on um Game Pass,
Yeah.
and it was $40 everywhere else.
Hmm.
So yeah, but they've already announced they got it working now, so it's working fine.
Hmm.
They've already announced their roadmap for this year, what content's being released for a year. So they have it ready to go.
Okay.
So yeah, and then one more thing before we move on to our general topics is
Yeah.
the MW3 beta comes out this week for
Oh
PlayStation,
yeah, yeah.
and then the following week would be the Xbox, PlayStation, PC beta for
Hmm.
pre-orders, and then the open beta for everyone on the 14th, 16th.
Okay.
And then they're gonna the do reveal multiplayer reveal October no yeah October 5th, which is what is that? What day is that?
It's what, this Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
They're doing a COD Next. A bunch of content creators and pro players are gonna be playing the multiplayer.
Mm.
So there's gonna be a lot of gameplay coming out on it, and that's pretty much the polished game. The beta is the polished game. They just tune stuff, um, get feedback obviously,
Yep.
but pretty much the beta is what you're gonna get when the game releases.
For the
So
most part, yeah.
yeah, so the beta comes out for PlayStation this week, and then the following week will be um, Xbox and PC, PlayStation.
That should be fun. You'll
But
be
by
able
the
to
time
make
you're
the
watching this,
verdict if
by
it's
the
good.
time this comes out, whenever this comes out, I would assume it's coming out at the
Thursday.
regular
Yeah.
Thursday. The beta would be live for PlayStation, and then there would be gameplay on it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Wait, is it just PlayStation, not like PC access or anything?
No, just PlayStation first.
Yeah.
You're probably confused on why it's still PlayStation. Well, as of right now, the Microsoft and Activision deal just went through recently, right?
Yeah.
Like it just got
Like through all
so
the hurdles they needed to pass both here in the US and abroad. Yeah.
so um yeah, the it's still gonna be on PlayStation until they fully I guess, merge. I guess you could call it.
Okay, yeah.
So it's still gonna be like a PlayStation exclusive, but it's no longer exclusive because they don't receive the DLC early no more when everyone receives it at the same time. But they'll still get the beta first, so I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't really care.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the up and coming game news.
Okay.
We can now move on to the general topics if you want.
Sure. For starting off for general topics, just in the past week, the iPhone 15 released. A lot of things to say about it, from it having USB-C to it having a really powerful processor that's causing the phone to overheat, and Apple just had to push an update recently that is now nerfing your processor. So you paid for a device that has a really good processor, and you can't now use that processor?
Bro, people are getting finessed. It's literally the iPhone 14 with the USB-C port and that's pretty much it. And then there's no more silent button. That's
If
pretty much what it is,
The
dog.
best thing that they released during the Apple conference for all my iPhone SE bros is the iPhone SE 3. Best product. Don't get any of the new iPhones. Just get the SE line. It works completely.
Or whatever. I can't believe they're still going. We're going off this whole fucking SE process. Excuse my profanity. I'm just kind of tired of it
The SE's
because
great. What do you mean? I have an SE.
no, I know it's a great and cheap, reliable, and the colorways are great. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I hate that the newer iPhones that aren't the SE have the blandest colorway. They have titanium, white, black. They have a green, a midnight green.
Uh-huh.
Like, why am I trying to be corporate? Can I have some vibrant color? Can I have my iPhone 15 Plus Max
Well,
be purple or blue or cherry color? Like, give me something else.
well, consider that Apple is assuming that you're going to buy a case that covers all the color of your phone, or a case that is not clear. Cough, cough.
Just okay. I'm gonna be straight up. Don't give a shit about the new iPhone. It's literally the iPhone 14, but just a new port and the silent button and it becomes an action button now.
The best
Nothing special
thing
about it.
is the camera, obviously, because iPhones dominate on the camera side for small portable devices. But if you're not going to be a movie creator, the camera means nothing to you.
No one gives a shit about the camera. If you really are a photographer, says content creator, says anything else, then it's perfect for you.
Yeah,
But other than that, it's literally iPhone 14 reskinned with a new charging port
yeah,
and a new action button. So do what you want. I'm not saying don't go buy it. Just saying what it is.
yeah. That's about it, really, for the iPhone. Further on, for general news, we have of course we always got to bring it up, Twitter/X. Rumors, very strong rumors, were floating around the past 2 weeks about Twitter/X
Oh, I know
introducing
you're
um
charging feed, right?
yeah, charging
Something like
fees
that.
just to use it. Twitter would be now a locked service feature where you would have to purchase a subscription to use it, kind of like Xbox Live. Obviously, most users on Twitter don't even pay for Twitter Blue. Do you think they're going to pay for a subscription service just to use base Twitter? My answer to that is no.
Heck no. I won't.
I will uninstall Twitter and just stick solely to Reddit at that point.
All right, Threads calling you now. You fix your shit now before the whole thing before the Twitter does this thing. You will make your audience or you'll grow your app by a lot if you introduce features that the app needs.
We've
A
been
trending
saying this
page, a
since
news outlet, DMs. Wait, hold up.
yeah.
Um, um, clean up the scam and like profanity stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and you are about to gain so many new active users on your platform. If this Twitter subscription based becomes a thing,
This is stuff
because
we've been saying since Threads debuted. Like, they could easily win just with this. That's all they need.
they pushed the app way too quick. Like they pushed it out way too fast for no reason.
Yeah.
I get there was like some like beef with Elon and Zuckerberg, but Zuckerberg, you lost this one. You threw the app out thinking you were gonna grab all those active users that are leaving Twitter, and well, it's now your chance to do it
Hmm.
when. the rumors are likely going to happen. We talked about how Elon was going to be the downfall of Twitter, and we're starting to get to that point where
I think we've been on this point for a while.
I thought Twitter Blue was a good idea, but not for what it was. So I like the idea that you could upload longer videos.
Mm-hmm.
You could upload it in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's what I thought Twitter Blue should have been.
But you can do that for free on Threads.
And you could do that for free. So we are going to see where this Twitter thing goes. If Twitter becomes a subscription-based thing, I will not be using Twitter,
Yep.
and I will just get my information off Mokhtar because that's who I trust.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna have to go back to watching cable news.
There's that too. I don't know why he's so hell bent on transforming Twitter to one of the worst platforms out there, but I told you the moment that he was interested in buying this that it was going to be the end. And everyone who believed in him is now starting to lose faith. Bro, my faith was gone a while ago.
There was a chance, you know that. You remember there was a time where he was gonna he regret buying it, and he was like, I don't want to go with the deal, but they were gonna sue him because
He already
they were
committed.
already really, yeah, he already committed, and they were so far into the deal.
Yeah.
And yeah, he would have got sued hard. So
I
yeah, he
kind
was
of
like,
wish
I'm
he
not trying
just
to.
went with the lawsuit.
Yeah, he would have not lost that much money compared to buying it. I think
No,
he
he would
just.
have lost the same amount of money.
Uh,
So he's like, might as
yeah,
well just have it. And dang it, man. Dang it. But yeah, we
yeah.
have our app now. Like I said, you have Threads, which is an alternative. You have Mastodon, which is an alternative, and then you have a new app being created by the former Twitter CEO, which is currently in early access. You got to get like an invite code from somebody who's already in the app to invite you, and then they verify you and all that stuff. So it's a long process. Ignore it for the moment. Twitter's still alive at
It's
the
okay.
moment. We will see how long it lives.
It's okay though because they're just doing tests on it. Hopefully this thing rolls out to the public.
Mhm.
Um, so we could get on it and get rid of this era of Twitter plus X. If that's, oh man, it's just crazy. The moment Elon bought it, it was we should have known it was just gonna go downhill from that point.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but it's okay. We've gotten some funny stuff out of it. Like he won in a fight, Mark Zuckerberg out of it. So
It still
and
didn't
him
happen.
working out and him streaming on
Yep.
it and unbanning a bunch of people that weren't should have been still kept banned.
Yep.
But yeah, nothing really much to say about it besides it. If it becomes a subscription base, it's gonna be the biggest. Um, the I think it's gonna be like the most Twitter loses its active followers.
Oh yeah.
So I really don't have much more to say on this topic.
Hey, he's like I said. We just got to see how Twitter. It's not X. Twitter will continue to develop in the future. Hopefully, Elon just gives up, but we'll see. On to further.
My ass is gonna give it up the CEO to someone else, and I'm gonna still say I'm not running it, but I'm running
He's
it.
running it. Yeah, exactly. The new CEO has like no power. But yeah, that's just how Elon gets the blame away from himself. But on other general news, Inter Miami has been struggling recently since Messi has been gone. They just lost the MLS Open Cup and they were having a really hard time.
We knew Miami was gonna suffer when they played Atlanta United and they beat them 4-0 or 4-1?
It was 4-1. Atlanta rolled over them. It wasn't even close.
So there is speculation that Messi was fatigued from his matches earlier.
Yep.
But I told you about the rumors of him saying that he was gonna play, then he wasn't gonna play, and then he was gonna play the night before the game.
Mhm.
So he was fatigued and injured. Um,
But he hasn't been back since the
I
match.
call Cap. Obviously, we know what the whole. Okay, if you don't know, turf has been a really big issue for a lot of sports athletes, mainly in the NFL, especially this year,
Mm.
of a lot of teams have lost a lot of amount of players due to Achilles slash meniscus tears due to turf.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, the NFL is wanting to move all turf to grass.
Mm-hmm.
And because Atlanta United play on artificial grass, he didn't show up. And people are going to say he didn't show up because he was fatigued and he just got back from Argentina, even though they just confirmed he was going to play the day before, and then he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So a player like that, you don't want to ruin the reputation to keep that player safe to get more, I guess, more stars to come.
Okay.
So if Messi gets hurt playing on turf, it's a big, big problem because of how much the MLS has spent money to get him here.
Yep.
So I wasn't surprised when they said he wasn't going to play. I kind of knew he wasn't going to play, even like when he was going to come and play here.
Yep.
If you notice, David Beckham, his stadium is grass and not turf.
Yep.
So
But why hasn't Messi played in games after? He's been absent since the Atlanta game.
because of how because of it, um, Miami needed to win like all their games.
Yeah, that's not looking too hot for them, is
Um,
it?
and because of it, I don't think they have a chance to make the playoffs because there's only a couple games left, maybe three or four. I don't know exactly the number, but um, yeah. Why risk your players' injury if they're not gonna make the playoffs? Like especially a player like that. Like why would he want to play the games? End up hurting himself. Let's just say he plays the last game and he hurts himself and they don't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You just wasted what? You could have just walked out off the season with no injuries, got back and started the new season fresh. Um, so don't be surprised if you hear news about stadiums changing their turf into grass soon.
Okay.
Obviously the NFL want to do it because of how many injuries happened recently.
Yep.
Obviously the MLS wants it because they got to protect the star boy of the league now.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't want him playing on fake grass. And
But
if you
also,
don't know, for most people that don't know what artificial slash turf is, you're pretty much stepping on cement, sand, pebbles, and plastic. Versus grass, where you're stepping on dirt
dirt
and
and grass.
grass. Like
Our
you
turf
understand?
tries to mimic grass as best as it can, but due to the plastic nature, it can be a little bit more slippery than glass. Grass.
Think of how much force you're putting your foot in when you hit the ground on turf. You're pretty much hitting concrete versus grass where your foot's sinking in. So like not all the way, not like you're going and stepping and your foot's going down. You're literally going and doing that.
Mhm.
You're literally are hurting. You're gonna. That's how many people. You know Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Did you hear about his injury?
No, I did not.
He tore his ACL.
Mm.
He stepped the like if you watch it, he stepped on the grass and his whole ACL and you could see it in the back of like when he pop like it comes out.
Ooh, okay.
So it's turf. Turf is really bad. Um, at first it was cool,
Yep.
but like due to how many injuries, it just saves money because they don't have to maintain the grass, keep it nurtured, nurtured, what how do
Nurtured.
you say it?
Nurtured.
Nurtured.
Yeah.
Sorry. Maintained, keeping it, replenish the grass. It gets chunked up.
Yep.
It's just easier to keep turf, right? Because you just gotta wet it, and then that's it. Um, so
The best use for turf is if you live in Arizona and like you don't have grass but you want grass. You can use that for your yard.
and turf is really good for training because of how much you're building your leg muscles. So when you get into the game and you step on grass, you're just going.
I can, yeah, yeah,
So
that
it's
makes
good for
sense.
training, but terrible for game.
Yeah.
But I noticed that they practice on grass and they play on turf, which is not a good combination.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why Messi hasn't played because he has no reason to play. And then Atlanta United play on our turf, and I guess turf and there's turf toe. Turf toe's a thing when
Hmm.
you play on turf. Obviously a lot of injuries happen because you're stepping on concrete, dog. Stepping on concrete. So don't be surprised if stadiums around the United States just start changing to grass.
Yeah.
Like
I go ahead.
even our stadium could change, which I think it will.
Hmm.
So we don't know.
I just wanted to add on before we move to the last general news. Even though I get your explanation of why Messi isn't playing, but like I feel like this also could have a negative impact on Miami's fan base because Miami's gained majority of their fans recently due to the fact that you have David Beckham being their owner and then Messi being their star player. By having your star player out and then having their team potentially not even make it out to the playoffs area, that you're gonna have the issue where it already looks like Miami already has to rely on Messi just to be able to be good, right? Because
Hmm.
every game that he's been gone, Miami does get blown out like easily. But then also just having Miami miss the whole thing is like, wow, Messi's team can't qualify without him. What does that say about Miami?
They don't have good players around their system that work. So the goal is to have a team where you don't rely on one player to just carry your team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. Wait, do I sound fine right here?
Yeah, you got to be a little closer.
What about now?
You're good.
Okay, sorry. So um, it's obviously who knows if this is like very annoying to their their players because they could say you will be playing with Messi, the next you won't, and
Mm-hmm.
who know you don't know how this like why does one player have more freedom than all the else? Like you know how annoying that could be for somebody. Like, well, just because he's our star player, why does he get to like I mean, there's some people out there, not all of them, but like how come he gets special treated? Like, why can't he decide when he doesn't want to play? So, um, obviously, a lot of people paid a lot of money to see Messi play. Obviously, the ticket price has gone up,
Yep.
especially for the Miami game. So it just insane because the cheapest one here when they played here was 300. He didn't even come.
That's what I'm saying. That's a disservice. Most people went to that match because of Messi. So imagine paying that much just for him to not be there.
It, it's
That's
it's it's terrible because of they're promoting it too. Like they're promoting like Messi's gonna be here playing against your team. Come watch him play. So it's pretty bad to see that Messi is the reason why most people are going to their games. Um, it's just I don't know. I don't really want to talk much about it because we've known it from the start. Like they're gonna do everything to protect him.
Yeah.
They're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure he's okay and make sure he gets what he needs. So
Yeah.
tells you when they brought him over and he played his first game here.
No, yeah, exactly.
Obviously, some calls are been going, have been missed on him. Um, he's been getting fouls that he shouldn't have gotten fouls. Should have gotten cards that he should have gotten. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
can't really talk about it. I love Messi. He's a great player, but they got to do what they got to do to protect him. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Messi play for the rest of the year.
Wild. Actually wild. Guess
Get used to it.
we gotta wait and see.
And you're still going to pay the $300 to go watch him, even if he doesn't play.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a chance. That's the thing.
Y-
There's a
Yeah,
chance.
yeah.
But our last topic as we wrap up this first episode is also MLS related. Atlanta United, our local team, on the rise, qualified for the MLS playoffs. they're looking good ever since their change during the summer.
So what happened was, because I've been somewhat keeping up with them, they got some players that I feel like was needed for them.
Mhm.
They got some players that could help them be more explosive and make the game flow more better and open up the players that they already had. Um, so the players they brought have been a really good. They've been already a big impact on the team. As you could tell, they've been on a roll. Um, as you can see from how they played against Inter Miami.
Yep.
I mean, they've been playing really good. I mean, they started off okay, then they went on that bad. Then they made the last trade before like the deadline for this year. They went to go get a couple players from small clubs, and they've been very crucial. They make they're pretty they make a big impact on their team now.
Yeah.
Since they got here, they've scored of assisted many goals. Um, uh, we're doing pretty good, and then they had they just qualified literally last week
Yeah, it was last week's game.
they just qualified for the spot, so they won't have to worry about not making it. So now it's just preparation. The rest of the games build off. So I wouldn't be surprised if we make a good run. Who knows if we could win it all? Because since Cincinnati's really good right now.
Yep.
But like I said, our team is on the rise, and yeah.
I mean, this is the best Atlanta has looked in years, so it's pretty exciting to see them come on,
Since
especially
they're
without having like
they're
any superstars on the team. You know, like your main ones like
besides
Miguel Almiron.
Armada.
But yeah, besides Almada, yeah, Diego Almada is the biggest one there. But besides him, like your Almiron's out in Newcastle, your Martinez out in Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's cool.
I'm surprised that like we don't have a superstar player besides Almada, but who knows how long he'll be in Atlanta.
Yeah,
He's a good player that I think he shouldn't be playing in the MLS. I think he should be in Europe. I mean, he's. We said the same thing while Miron.
hmm
The way he plays the game was like night and day, like in the MLS. Like he deserved to play in Europe, and he's playing in Europe, and he's really good in Europe.
Yep.
So won't be surprised if we don't have him that long. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. With just we have good key players.
Yeah.
We don't have a superstar. Well, we have obviously the superstar, but like not like multiple where we had our year, where we won it. So we're doing pretty good. I'm happy for what we see, and also congrats to the Braves. Y'all were great this year. Um, Sorry if we're glazing on our home teams, but yeah, the Braves are really good. You heard about the Braves?
Yeah.
This is probably the best. This is the best Braves team we've had, and it's probably even better than our World Series team by a lot. They
Wild to
broke
say,
so
but
many. They broke so many records this year.
yeah.
You don't understand.
I
Like
mean,
they were the
Atlanta
fastest.
sports is
They
undefeated.
were the fastest team to clinch the playoffs. They had so many players with multiple home runs. They just tied the most home runs in a season today.
Yep.
So they think about it. They tied it the most in a season. If they would have won or the game tonight, they would have beaten it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been insane.
No, man, it's great. Atlanta sports has been on a run. It's some cool
Well,
stuff.
so
Actually,
yeah.
I have
Well,
one additional topic that I just thought about right now. If you're in Florida, if you're in Orlando, and you plan to head down to Miami anytime soon, you have a new option besides driving or flying. Brightline opened their high-speed connection from Orlando to Miami the past week or so, and it takes you there in about 3 hours, if I recall, which is, I mean, U.S. and trains, unfortunately, it doesn't really go together anymore. We don't really have good trains. Like, imagine a train from Athens to Atlanta would be awesome. Doesn't exist. But Orlando to Miami, go on a vacation at Universal, Disney World, SeaWorld. You want to go to Miami to visit family or have fun at the nightlife district? hop on the train, put your luggage. 3 hours later, boom, you're there. All carefree. Don't gotta worry about
And it's
security.
cheap.
Yeah, it's
Train
cheaper
tickets
than
are cheap.
yeah. It's cheap.
And
It's
you know,
fast. Great views. Don't gotta worry about gas. Going through airport security. All that stuff is gone.
yeah. I mean, you'll have those, people like certain people, but like think of
Well,
it,
it's a luxury train though.
six. Let me say you pay $6 for a round trip. Sorry, not roundabout. Round trip for Miami to Orlando. That's 6 hours of travel. But like, let's just say, you go at 6
Hmm.
and you travel for 3 hours. You get there at 9. That's a lot. You still got a lot of day. You just pretty much people's day start around 8, so
Yeah,
9 is
exactly.
not that bad. Um, I mean, let's see. When does Disney Park close?
They usually close at midnight at
11.
latest these days.
So you'll get back if you decide to go back
Depending
that
on how
night.
long you spend, you could get back reasonably and the park could still be open. It's a good connection to two cities that should have been connected a while ago. And like I guess even if you're doing your trips like you start off in Orlando and then end in Miami, it makes sense to take the train over flying. Completely. And it allows more people to also just visit Miami in general now because you have that connection. Because a lot of people just go to Orlando for the theme parks. Now you can convince
Hmm.
your family, like, okay, we can spend a day or two or even a week in Miami and not have to worry about super expensive flights
Or drives.
or drives. Yeah,
I
you're on
mean,
vacation. You're there to relax.
yeah,
Yeah.
not bad. I mean, it seems like a good thing
Hmm.
to try out at least once. I mean, it seems like an interesting thing.
Hmm.
So yeah, excited for that.
Yeah.
Make sure to be secured.
Yeah.
So
As we wrap up this episode, there's one thing I did want to actually mention is that this season I'm gonna do a test run where after the episodes go out, we're also gonna have Conquest shorts, which are the sections that we talk about in each episode broken down as smaller videos to see if people also
oh
like that.
man, yo, we are following the content. I'm telling you guys,
Yeah,
a long time coming.
long time coming. But as we said at the beginning, thank you for supporting Conquest. We do, like I said, last season's support was, we haven't
It's
seen
been
anything like it
real.
on the old Global Conquerors for the past 5 years. This is the first time that we've seen this outpouring of love and support. So we do appreciate you guys so much.
All right, well, let me wrap this episode up for us because that's my cue
Yeah,
or my thing. So, like you said, we appreciate y'all for last season. We did a great job at it. I like that we got to expand our content a little more and got to hear us talk about our opinions and other stuff. Um, so we are happy y'all are here for season 2. I'm excited for what we got coming. Like I said, still, but like I said, thank you for watching this episode. And if you want to watch season 1, there's a playlist in our
YouTube
somewhere.
channel.
It's on YouTube channel, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, just be on the lookout every Thursday for episodes of the Conquest and other YouTube videos. We appreciate the love, support. We do see the comments. Please comment. We like those. We like to, what? What did you just do? Anyways,
Turn my phone
what?
light on.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Leave comments. We do read them and we do appreciate them.
Yep.
And we do appreciate feedback as well. So, thank you. I hope you have a nice day. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell when we upload a new video. Follow our social Global Conquerors,
It's
and we'll
all in
see you
the
on the next
description.
one. See you
Bye.
on the next one. Bye.